Alright guys, welcome to another episode of Schmatz Outdoors. I am out here doing a little spring beaver trapping. I have never actually trapped beaver in the spring. I typically get the nuisance ones caught in the fall, so I don't have to do this. I didn't show you much of the setting of these, or any of the setting of these traps. Maybe tomorrow if I have catches, I'll try and show you the setup. I'm going to show you what each set is first here. You'll get a pretty good idea of what I got going on, or I'll try to explain the best of what I got going on. We'll turn you guys around here. So what we got is this big slough behind me here, you can kind of see. And right over here, you probably could see it, it's right here. There is a giant beaver house over there. It looks like 6 foot out of the water and 10 foot around just from here. I can't trap on that. Basically anything right behind me I can't trap. Everything in front of me this way I can. The guy that owns this land called me, told me they were cutting down his corn and dragging it out here. By the time I got down here to look, they had already combined the corn, so the beavers pretty much quit coming over here. But today what I did is the wind is going to be blowing essentially, this direction, and the beaver house is over here. So it's going to be blowing somewhat in their general direction for the next 3 days. I'm going to do 3 checks on these traps, and then I'm going to be pulling them out of here. I put in 2 Drounder sets with footholds, and I put in 1 330, and I'll show you that's a kind of an interesting set. I don't know if I've ever really seen many people make a set quite like that, but I'll show you what I did there. It actually works out perfect for this slough because it's a real sandy, like gradual slope up here, so there's not like a nice trench. There is over here, but we'll get down here. So like right here, this is where they actually dug a trench, and then we're going up and then out onto the field. And they did that a couple more places down here. But the water's only like 2 inches deep right here, so I can't set a 330 there. And there's no way you would ever hardly dig enough sand out to get your sets made. What I did is right here, I made a caster mount set, and I kind of just put some of these corn stalks that were already laying here as my kind of a backer and then a blocker. I have some sweet tail, I forget what it is, Sweetwater something, I don't know. It's a beaver caster lure there. I used 2 different ones, so I put that there. You ain't gonna be able to see it, but right here I have a Duke number 5, and then right down in here you might be able to see that silver wire. I put it on a 20-foot Drounder, because I got to get out 20 feet to get deep enough water to drown these beaver. I'm out in like maybe 3.5 feet of water out there and 20 feet out. So I have it just set so if they get caught, they'll slide out and drown here. Just pick that up here. All right, the next set here, I have backbreaker on it for a lure. This is something I seen once and I can't ever find where I seen it. I've actually caught a couple beavers using this type of set. What it is I just got like a 4-foot piece of 3/8 ready, or rebar, and then this pipe welded on the top. What I did is I stuck a little bit of backbreaker right in there, and I'm in like 15 inches of water or so. So I have right here, kind of in front of this, I have another Duke number 5 on a sliding wire, and my pipe with the stake is actually holding this end of the drowning wire. And then I have a 15-foot Drounder that's going to get me out here again, like in that 3.5 foot. But this is actually set for a back foot catch, so they should swim up and basically kind of try to stand up to smell my thing. I'm about 8 to 10 inches out of the water. The ground was a little softer here than I like, so it's actually a little bit closer to water than I've done in the past. But I still, basically they're going to try and get up to get their nose onto that backbreaker and basically put their back feet down. They should be right in the middle of my trap. So I'm out my trap is about here. So I'm not like directly below this, because they're gonna kind of go like this, I think, when they try to swim up to it, right? So my trap is actually about right here. And I feel like even if they're trying to walk around a little bit to get up there to smell, they're gonna step on my trap. Similar kind of concept with coyote trapping. You put your trap in front of the hole, they move around enough, you should have them. This third set is a 330 set, and I've used this a couple times. I've caught one beaver, I think, in these over the year. I built 2 of these years ago. What I made is just a little V set up here, and this is basically just holding my float in place. I have a 330 set on this, and I have my wires bent in a T, so they're like a ½ an inch under the water right here. And then I actually basically made a floating caster mound, and I put both backbreaker and the Sweetwater flat tail on here, and then I have a cable coming off of the chain of my trap, and it's staked like right over here someplace. So if I catch one, it should come out and get away from this a little. So the next one, if something else comes up, there ain't gonna be a beaver basically floating right in front of this. So the nice thing about this, no matter, and then so what I do is I have just a whole series of holes around it, and I just went up here on the bank and just broke off some of these weeds as just kind of a blocker. But if you look, that thing sticks out, and even if they don't smell it, I think they're gonna see this and they're gonna come and check it out, because it's something new in their territory that they haven't seen before. You know, and I made sure I left the brush fairly tall, because they're way over here is the beaver house. So I wanted to make sure that they might still be able to see it. And then I just took some sand and dirt from up here to make my caster mound basically setting on the back of it here. And with the sand and dirt on here and the trap on there, the thing sets pretty level. My trap is half submerged like it needs to be. And yeah, so basically that's a simple, or not, fairly simple. But like I said, I can't really put 330s, make a caster mound on the bank, because you should be able to see, like, literally it's so gradual sloped up here that you just can't make a 330 caster mound. Like right here, you could see they had a trench where they're going up, and then they're going kind of over this way up onto the field. But like right here, it's only like 3 inches deep. Don't even cover my whole foot, so that tells you how deep it is. So I don't think you'd even if I cleaned all this out of there, I don't think you'd ever get them swimming up in there. I don't think they'd want to swim up in there to mess with your sets. So I got 3 sets here, 330, 2-foot holds. Like I said, we're gonna run them for 3 days here, see what happens. Again, this is a nuisance job. I'm probably 300 yards from this house, so as long as the wind blows that way, if the beaver are out swimming around over there, hopefully they catch just a whiff of this and my caster will bring them over to this side of the slough. I'm hoping it'll be the bigger beavers. I feel like the small year-old beavers or the kits that got, you know, born over the winter here won't come over here. I'm hoping maybe to catch some of the 2-year-olds, because they should be kicking them out, dispersing any time here. I can't really trap any other sloughs around here, so I feel like I might as well try and catch them as long as they're here before they go somewhere where I can't. I darn near fell. Otherwise, that's about all I know for today. I'm wearing one of these pairs of waders, like I'm all wet again. Things I'll do for a beaver, I guess. But yeah, we'll shut you guys off for today. We'll be back tomorrow, sometime middle of the day here, and check these traps, and I'll maybe, if I have catches, I'll show you the reset of them a little bit better than I did today. It's real windy today too, which you guys probably can hear, but I just didn't want to make you listen to that, and well, I tried to set these. But all right, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Back to this nuisance beaver job. The house again is way over here on the edge of the bank, probably 300 yards from it. I don't have permission to trap over there, but right behind me here, behind the camera, I do have permission, and this gentleman asked me to come try and get a few beaver out of here. Yesterday I put the 3 sets here, 2 footholds on drowning wires, and a 330 in my floating set. Looks like I got a couple of my traps that have been messed with. We'll see if I got any catches for you here. Here was the first set. So I just had a caster mount set right here. All of this is kind of knocked down that wasn't. My trap was right here, right in front of it, and it is gone. So we'll walk out here and see if I can see the trap, which I don't see my trap either. I believe my trap is empty. It just slid to the end of the wire there. We'll come back and I'll pull it out of there and just see if it really is empty or not. This trap here is still there, so what I have is this pipe set. My trap is right here, right in front of it. It's still set. Doesn't look like anything messed with, nothing really messed with that set. I'll walk down to this last one here. Like I said, I'll pull that first one up and get it back up by shore, and then I'll see what happened. Alright, in here I got this floating set, and I had a 330 in there. That is not good. I don't know if you guys could see that down there, but right here's my trap set off. It's still hanging in on this side. They've been up in here, you can see, oh, look at all my mud. I had all my mud in a big pile kind of in the back there, and now it's way over here. They were definitely up on my thing. You can see like the muddy paw print like here where something was like climbing up on top of it. Well, that kind of sucks. Well, I'll get this one remade and then I'll get that other one pulled up, and I'm pretty sure it is empty. The trap is just at the end of the wire, so we'll see if I got toes or anything like that, and I'll maybe show you remaking that set over there. Alright, we'll turn you back on. Alright guys, so I got that 330 set remade over there. I re-lured, or just topped up lure on this pipe set here. I figured if it's going to be here, it might as well be smelling as good as I can. I got the first drowner wire pulled back up to shore here. So it looks like he had tangled himself up in some of the corn stalks and stuff that I had here for blocking. And I don't know if that tangled up my trap when he got to the end of the drowning wire. But you could see right there in the corner, it looks like I got, it looks like 2 toes caught in the corner of my trap right there. It was a back foot the way it looks, because it's got the extra little cutter claw on there. I don't know if you guys can see that well, but there's the main claw, and then that little cutter is one of the back toes. So I had him back toe caught, and I don't know if because all this other shit twisted up, if it plugged up all my swiveling points and then he pulled out of it or what, but that's kind of a bummer. So yeah, I'm gonna set you guys up here. I will get this thing untangled here and I'll turn you guys back on, and then I'll set you guys up. I'll show you how I remake this set here. Alright guys, so I got that trap untangled here. I'm gonna reset it here. I'm gonna show you how I did it. So what I did is I just slid my trap back up to the end of my wire here. I got my trap reset. We're going to put it down so it's on the night latch setting. Okay. Just sliding it up so we're right up by the front. Right here, I had taken and stomped a little with my foot yesterday to make a little bit of a cavity right there. So when I put my trap in, it doesn't set like on the high spot here. It kind of sets on all the jaws to stabilize it. So grab both springs so I don't set my hand in there. And then what I did is I just kind of wiggled it in place right there. And then I tried to make sure it's still working, Dad. The screen goes black, it's still recording. Yeah, it is. Alright, so what I got is my cable here. I actually start my slider already down the thing, basically as far down as I can go. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this stake and I'll walk back out there and stab it in. I'll pull the cable tight, and then my caster mount's still kind of here. You can see it really knocked down all this stuff. So I'm gonna actually kind of move a little bit of my stuff like this to kind of hopefully block him from trying to come around the side of my trap here. So he tries to come right up the middle here. And then I'm using Sweetwater flat tail, and I'll just take my stick, dabble it on there, and I'll just stab it like that. So the caster will be right here. My trap is right here in front of it. So basically he swims up, puts his front feet down, it should be right in the middle of my trap. All right, we'll hopefully have better luck tomorrow. We'll turn you back on then.
Your lure.
Yeah, this is my lure here. I'm almost out. This jar's almost empty. Trying to get a good gob of it on the end of my stick. And then, like I said, we're just gonna kind of stab it in here into my caster mound. Just like that. We'll grab what fell off there. So just like that, it's about nose level. When they come up in here, they should put their feet down right on that, and bingo bango, hopefully there's a beaver at the end tomorrow.